Hello friends, I am Homeopath R.S. Sani. Today we are starting a new portal whereby we will be discussing the problems faced by infants and children. Children and infants, we have to understand their problems at a very deeper level as we understand for the adults. In case of infants, since they are non-verbal, they cannot explain or tell their problem, what is bothering and what is causing any pain or discomfort. They are unable to tell us by verbal usage of the language. Children who are verbal and who can tell us about their discomforts or diseases or problems being faced by them also in certain cases remain quiet when they are coming in the clinic. For many children, they are very restless when they are sitting in the lap of the mother. If the child is quiet and is busy with himself or herself, or the child is restless and is unmanageable, or the child wants to be carried, a crying and screaming child, if taken hold of by the mother or the attendant, gets quiet, and opposite to this, if a child is crying and is screaming at the top of his or her voice, the caregiver, the mother, or the attendant, if they want to catch hold of the child doesn't allow them to come near him or her. So these body languages, as are presented by the children during sickness in our clinics, we understand each and every case by the body language and the gestures of the children. This understanding of the gestures, the body language of the children during sickness helps us to crack and select the appropriate remedy for the child. For example, if a child is very irritable, jittery, he or she is screaming, doesn't want to be held in the lap, wants to go out and wander around, the child is touching everything around him or her. Even the child is not sparing the objects which are placed on the tabletop of the physician. He will touch each and every object and may even throw it. This body language of the child is deeply connected with the inner sickness, with the inner restlessness of the child. In such cases, where we understand the main and the chief complaint of the child from the caregiver or the mother or the father or any other member of the family, at the same time, we witness the body language of the child, the gestures of the child, the activity the child is doing in front of us in our homeopathy clinics. The kind of child which I just mentioned to you, the one who is not ready to be taken in the lap, who doesn't want to be restrained and likes to go out and play around and wander around and is touching each and every object which is lying in his or her vicinity, not only touches the objects, but he can or she can throw the object on the floor. Even if the object is very costly, the child is throwing it, may break it. The parents are telling the child in a soft language and while being stern and strict also not to do that. The child, whatever he is being refrained to do, any activity, he will certainly do it. and when the child gets so angry, he can throw that object on the floor and break it. Such children who are unmanageable, who go contrary to the wishes of the parents, who touch everything, who do not want to be restrained, they do not like to be uh, taken in the lap, and once they are out of the lap, they are out of the control of the parents, they go berserk. They wander around, they kick everything coming in their way, they throw things away, and has an impulse to do destructive activities. Such children belong to a remedy in homeopathy which is a nosode and is called tuberculinum. Any disease, any sickness, any discomfort the child is facing, if these traits are present in the child, one single dose of tuberculinum 200 gives immense relief in all the problems. So many children in our clinics we have seen over the past 50 years who had such kind of traits, and one single dose of tuberculinum has set everything right. If you experience that your child or someone's child is very restless, is very unmanageable, and is destructive, doesn't like to be held in the lap, wants to wander around, does not listen to you, is doing activities totally what you tell him or her to do, is doing totally opposite to that, and is heedless, does not agree to whatever you say, these mental and emotional picturization in children, they lead us to the selection of this remedy, which is tuberculinum. So take the help of homeopathy always whenever you see problems the kind of which I have described in this video. Always contact and take the services of a qualified professional homeopathic physician, and never do any treatment by yourself after reading or listening or studying somewhere, because only the homeopathic physician knows which case needs which remedy and in which potency and power. So this is all for today. In our next video, we will talk of fever which comes in the children suddenly when they go out, when the parents take them out, maybe in a party, maybe to the playing field, maybe they go out as a family and travel. So this kind of the problem, particularly the fever, the cold, the cough, whatever the child faces, we will be discussing in the next video. Please follow my channel, subscribe to the channel so that all these videos which are useful for the treatment of the diseases of children, they land in your inbox and you can take advantage for treating your children from various problems. Thank you very much.